And record and start and stream and record. Oh, there we go. Alright, we should be live here now.
I'm recording. I'm on the podcast. What you doing? I'm hanging out with my dogs.
Oh, God. I'm too hungover for this.
Licking his junk. That's it. Go after it. Oh, gargle it, dog.
Oh, get that.
Get it.
Tastes great.
Dude, I was playing DOA 5 and both, yeah, I just picked my nose.
That happened.
Happens a lot. Yeah, so I'm started playing DOA 5 with 7-ender. And dude, Samson and Boomer are crashed and Samson started snoring and I couldn't concentrate. Like he's like this, like I'm like the back of the couch, like
I love it when animals snore.
Fuck is that? And he just kind of turns and is like, oh, I was rolling. I lost that match.
All right. You ready to start recording here?
Not even close. I don't even think I have it open.
Okay. I'm just gonna go take a nap real quick then.
All right. You have a good one, buddy.
Thanks.
Oh, my fucking desktop ain't fucking working again. They're douche. But menu works, so we're good to go.
All right.
No. Okay.
Hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us on this rough Saturday.
Yeah, I actually remember to shoot out a tweet.
Nice. I shot one out. Either I shot one out this morning or I dreamt about it.
Yeah, I shot one out about 4 hours ago just to... Like, because I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I should do that.
Yeah.
But then I don't know where it went after that.
Off into the ether.
I was checking Twitter real quick. Drew has got my line of the day so far on Twitter.
Yeah.
I would pay upwards of 25 cents more extra, or 25 cents extra to get my Wendy's cheeseburger on square buns. Fucking genius. Yeah, the volume's down. Oh.
Everything turned out really well.
The thing bounced.
I'm glad that was on camera.
Did you see it bounce?
Yeah. It hit the bed and just kind of ricocheted off. Good times.
President and shatter it on the leg of the chair. That would have only been fair.
God, it is cold here. What the hell?
It is chilly here too, and it's warmer. It's warmer than it was yesterday. It feels so cold, so cold.
This is gonna be a real bad episode.
Oh, this is the last one of the year.
Yeah. I'm on autopilot for 2.5 weeks. I'm so excited for podcast vacation. I'm done doing this show. Like every year around this time, I'm done.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Gotta take those 2 weeks to recharge the batteries.
By what? By playing more games.
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
But I get to play the games instead of talking about games I wish I was playing.
Oh, what's on your? Oh, this is podcast stuff. We can do that.
Okay. Are you ready to start recording?
Yeah.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, record. Pants, pants, pants.
Great. Googly muggly.
All right. I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Dude, I made some fish for dinner last night. I made some dolphin fish. It was fantastic.
Interesting.
It's not dolphin. It's dolphin fish.
Right.
In case anybody's thinking about that.
In case
Yeah,
anybody's calling PETA.
had
Dolphin.
this sesame seed ginger spice rub I put on it. Oh,
Ooh,
dude, it
sounds good.
was so good. It was so good. I made it with lime rice and
Ooh.
some freezer burned corn medley mix. Those corns and peas were hurting.
Oh
Everything
man.
was like super dehydrated. Like the little carrot
Yeah.
piece, like they were like dehydrated, like they would be in ramen noodles.
Yeah. Get some cup noodles up in that.
It was so bad, and they tasted kind of okay.
Hmm. All right, you ready to get this show on the road?
Yeah.
I'll drag this guy up here so I can see the time. There we go. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your really feeling rough host, Boston, and over there is my faithful compatriot, Knobs.
Commercials.
I have to apologize in advance for anybody. We had our company Christmas party last night, and even though it's 1:30 my time, still feeling a little rough. So, if my brain isn't working right, my apologies.
Bet you wish you're in a time warp and it was 4:30 where you are.
I wish I could go back to bed. I just want to sleep the rest of the day. I'm too old for this stuff.
Yeah, I woke up actually early this morning, made breakfast for the girlfriend, and then went back to bed after that, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we just got back from going to our favorite greasy spoon here, and I had a mess, and I ate pretty much the entire thing, and I feel a little bit better now.
Yeah, gotta get some sustenance. Fluids. Need fluids.
Gotta get some greasy food in you. That's all you need.
Gotta soak up the poison.
Exactly. Anyway, that's
Ooh,
Foodcast
that
for this
reminds
month.
me.
Yes.
That reminds me. What was I just off the wall? I mean, this is any episode stuff, but I don't care. It's on my mind now.
Okay.
What was one of your favorite commercials? Like from because I have this commercial stuck in my head. The Dairy Queen flamethrower burger, where the guy's just keeps talking. And it's like, and flames are shooting out his mouth, and he's catching everything on
That's
fire.
gotta be the one where he's like, oh, and just.
He's just like, and like this, and this flame goes.
You know, that commercial wouldn't be nearly as good if it wasn't for that noise, that and
just like that.
Yeah, that's probably got to be it.
I some reason that's been popping in my head and making me laugh like this whole week. I don't know what it is.
That and my brand.
My brand is like all the time. I still do that, and no one gets it.
Yeah, I feel like you and I are the only ones that really enjoyed that commercial. Everybody else is like, what happened?
It's like, you don't remember, and I say I do like this, like if it's a cloudy, like crappy kind of day.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a Chico's kind of day, and no one gets that joke. No one.
Oh, good times.
Anyway, we played some games
Anywho,
this week, didn't we?
yeah, this is gonna be the random cast. What have you been playing?
You know, I played some Left 4 Dead
Yeah.
too. We had a
Monday
we
night
had a
game
good
night.
we got a good 3v3.
Nice.
We played Dark Carnival, and man, was it a come from behind victory.
Oh.
So first round, the first group stomped us pretty good, and then they made it further, and then we're in the lead the rest of all the preceding matches until we hit the finale. We played Dark Carnival, so we finished off at the concert. And man, it was tight the whole way. Like we ship back a little bit, we get it within 50, then they break it out to about 100. Then we bring it back up, and then right going into it, I think we were lagging 200 points going into the finale. And literally all we really needed to do was get through one tank, and we had it.
Nice.
Guess what? We got through that tank.
Oh yeah. Boo shaka.
It was awesome. It was great because even Scott, it's like, dude, I can feel it. There's going to be a come from behind victory in the finale.
See,
It's coming.
This is what you guys are missing, the nail-biting suspense and tank-related action of Monday Night Game Night.
I'm telling you what, the last quarter of this year has been brutal.
Hmm.
Like for matches, like there hasn't been any real big like just one team just stack and destroying. Like it's the random's been mixing us up really well, so we're
Yeah.
never on the same team. But man, it was good. It was a fun match. Like a lot of times, like we're just get like I got taken out, got steps outside of the safe room on one
Mm.
map, and it just the PC player, why can't I talk?
The
Uh,
CPU dude.
yeah, the CPU guy, the shooter monkey,
Yeah.
just sucked for everybody. Like we had like in the motel thing. All right, she was down right before you hop into the room on the second floor. She was down. I was out almost to the stairs, about taking ready to take the turn to go down the hill.
Hmm.
I ran back up, got up, picked her up, and then she ran back all the way down to the end.
Amazing.
I'm like, how? What?
That's the opposite.
Exactly. When she was literally all she had to do was take 5 steps and hop, and she was in the room with everybody else. No, she had probably saw some stim packs or something way over on the other side of the
Yeah.
map and just left. Left. I was like,
So dumb.
meanwhile, we had like hordes coming at us, like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Craziness. I really recommend more people come because it
Yeah.
is so much. And Donnie is just comedy gold.
Yeah.
He's always gonna say something to make us laugh. It's just ridiculous. Um, then I played some more Asura's Wrath. I'm kind of on the achievement kick on that.
Uh.
I just wrapped up the Blind Master achievement, which is the blind gauge, which is a HUDless playthrough.
Ooh, that would probably look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome. And I was in a party with Mac. He's talking. I was like, "What is this too legit to quit achievement?" He's like, "You're kidding. You haven't died in this game yet?" I was like, "What?" It's just for yeah. All you do is continue. I was like, "Really?
Oh wow.
I haven't died in that game yet."
Wow.
Until I put the mortal gauge on, which is the playthrough I'm going through now, which halves your life.
Oh
And
god.
man, things are serious
Yeah.
with that. Like it was just you really got to know what you're doing to play that game now.
Yeah.
It's making me explore the moveset a little deeper than I initially had ever played it.
Mm.
And being able to build up the gauge and knowing what to trigger, because I would just play it.
Yeah.
I would really just play the game to play it. But so I'm going through that right now to unlock the whatchamacallit, the Annihilator gauge, I think it is, or
Ooh.
Obliterator gauge,
That
which
sounds
means
sexy.
your rage power is always full, so you can always just keep mashing your big heavy Y attack instead
Oh
of building
wow.
it to the point where you're like invincible for a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's still God, that game's still awesome. I played through a couple of the anime levels. They were good. Didn't touch the Street Fighter stuff again. I don't know why not, but it's just fun. But just looking at the missions on it, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to perform a 15-hit combo in that mode with the Street Fighter style. It's just going to be too much of a headache.
Yeah.
But I still love that game so much. It's just I forgot because I had played through like the back half again. I'm like, this thing is nuts. Like
Yeah.
just ending and some of the way some of these dudes die are just what? Like there's one chick in the true ending that gets it. It looks so painful. It's just amazing because you'll see it coming out, but she deserves it. But
She gets what's hers.
it's awesome, and just his focused rage is just so awesome. I just love how it's just so simple. It could have been handled in a 3-minute conversation. Could have avoided all this mayhem if someone had just said, "Dude, sorry."
Yeah.
No, you guys just kept twisting the knife. Just
Man.
keep twisting it. But yeah, yeah, it's still just an awesome game, and I don't think I'm 1,000 point it, but I'm gonna get close.
Yeah.
I want to get this last gauge so I unlock all the gauges and whatnot. But other than that, I might put it down soon.
Yeah.
Wrapped up some achievements I had hanging in Borderlands 2.
Ooh.
Finally, like all the explored named areas. Finally, Master Key. And
Oh.
then this is the second time I beat him because the first time I beat him, it glitched.
Oh.
So I wasn't able to turn that quest in.
Hmm.
But then I did it after the patch that kind of ruins the fun of that game.
What do you mean?
Well, they nerfed the B shield,
Yeah.
which I understand it, but I really don't because I think that I think Gears this is a huge misstep by Gearbox, I think. Because the part of the fun in Borderlands is making your own fun.
Yeah.
And having the B shield just being so overpowered and just raping everything around you
Mhm.
just was just a blast. Like
Yeah.
just nothing was really a threat. You putting down Terramorphous in like 2 clips.
Yeah.
But you just feel awesome when you do it. And just it doesn't do it divides up the amp damage between every projectile now. Instead of doing the amp damage plus per that projectile times the number it's hitting.
Right.
So it did that and reduced your amp damage by like 10,000 points. I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I can understand they built a specific boss raid encounter, and they really want you to experience it kind of how they made it, you know,
Yeah, but
without being way overpowered. Like, I sort of see it from both ends, you know, kind of making your own fun and having a weapon that was just designed poorly at the beginning and just destroys everything. I think it'd be less of a thing if it wasn't dupable. You know, like
yeah.
if you actually legitimately like had to farm a whole bunch of stuff and you put in the time and you put in the effort to get it, and at the end you just walk through everything because you earned it.
Yeah, because you earn that.
Yeah. So I sort of see it from both ends, and I don't think everybody could be happy with any change they would make to it.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of the changes they made. I mean, outside of giving Terramorphous a ton more health.
Oh, great. That's fun. I
Yeah,
haven't even beat him for the first time yet.
I- you missed an opportunity to beat him real quick.
Yeah.
Because I was farming him and I finally got a legend. No, I wasn't off of him, but no, I was mostly spending most of my time farming Pyro Pete, which they knocked down all of the raid bosses in the first playthrough to capped them at level 30.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Master Key is at level 30, which is a little bit easier to handle now.
Wait, is Terramorphous too?
No, Terramorph's 52.
Rough.
Yeah, even on the first playthrough. Doesn't drop in no raid bosses drop Seraph crystals in non-true Vault Hunter mode, which sucks.
Yeah.
Good thing I farmed up 280 of them things
Yeah.
because in farming whatchamacallit, I don't even know if the loot drops have changed too. Like it didn't seem like I haven't like I rated Pyro Pete 3 or 4 times, no rare drops. It was just kind of sucked. Not really, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's still easy to beat. Now I really got to concentrate on my playthrough. But the big bummer for me is I totally missed my opportunity to get all my other characters up to level 50 because they had nerfed the flesh stick exploit. Is gone. Flesh stick's just a normal enemy XP now.
Bummer.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to do. Like
Yeah.
I leveled a few people up with it, but it was like rewarding. Like, here, let me help you out. Let me get you a couple levels.
Yeah.
Now it's back to the grind.
I get it, but that's sort of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like, I get why they're doing it, but it's sort of like, well, you know, the game's been out for long enough now. Like, just kind of let it be.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to power level their character, and I wouldn't really call it ruining their experience, but if they want to skip by all of the content, I understand. Like, I understand why they would want to say, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't skip by all the stuff we've made, but I don't know. If you're leveling up your 5th character at this point, like, come on, I don't
You
wanna,
really don't want to grind that out.
Yeah, I don't want to collect badonkadonks again because I didn't like it the first time. So,
Yeah, that's just kind of
yeah.
But I mean, if you already have one level, you already experienced all that stuff and going up through the levels legit. And then I just want to power level these up, work out those couple achievements where you got to be high level of the character with. It's just and not really have anything to be a threat. Like I'm still playing through the game again, but I just don't want to go through the grind again.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, still a great game.
I do have the legendary commando whatchamacallit? Class mod.
Nice.
Where it has +5 across the entire top board of the commando
Wow.
on every item. So it's got 6+5s on it,
Holy
and
crap.
plus it has like an "It's Like Christmas" on it. I don't know if that and it increases your loot drop. I don't know,
Hmm.
but it is an awesome class mod because my turret and my move speed is way up.
Yeah.
Reloading is not a problem anymore.
Nice.
That and I played some more Persona 4 Golden, maybe a couple hours. I'm still not into that dungeon. Yeah, because I don't know who to talk to.
Which dungeon are you trying to go to?
The second one, the one with the dude in the bathhouse,
Mm-hmm. Where are you stuck at?
I can't like I've talked. I feel like I've talked to everybody in the world, and it's every time I go to Junes to talk to the guys. Like, oh, we need to gather more information. I was like, what more
Uh,
information do I need to
yeah.
gather at this point?
That part isn't very good. To be honest, whenever I'm going to tell everybody, as somebody who's now playing my third time through Persona 4 Golden, whenever your navigator in the TV world says we need to gather more information, pull up a fac. It's not worth the frustration because typically you'll have to talk to a couple people one day and then go back to another day. Like the next day, you'll have to talk to more people that will only show up if you talk to the same person. Like talk to specific people the
Uh,
first day. Like it's just not worth the headache. Just go look it up and just get in the dungeon. It's there's almost no rhyme or reason to it unless you talk to absolutely everybody in town, and even then there are some people you're gonna miss. So it don't stress yourself out. Just pull up a fac.
okay, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so that I'm still just kind of wandering around the world, so I really haven't done much in that at all.
Hmm.
But I did get to play some more DOA 5.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I love this game. Oh, it's so good, so good. I'm so happy they didn't mess it up. I was so worried after Ninja Gaiden 3
Yeah.
that they were gonna do something to really mess up the heart of this game, and they haven't. Um, so I started playing through some of the training modes, which oh, the throw combos. I forgot Bass's throw combos are just ridiculous.
Oh, that's right.
The pure timing on them is just so exacting.
Hmm.
I just man, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Just like purely. But I got some achievements for going through, looking at the player, looking at the move list, and playing the training mode for an hour.
Nice.
And then we played, and then I got online with my buddy Seven Hender out in over in Germany, and we played for probably about 2 hours, just beating the crap out of each other. And that game is awesome.
You
The
were
net
saying,
code, the net code is great. Like
yeah,
we had a 2 bar connection, and we had no lag.
wow. Yeah, that's what you're saying before we started recording, and that's good news to hear because the netcode for 4 was pretty good. I mean, not the best because it's an
But there
older
were
game.
parts when we were playing with I think it's ICX over in Oregon, and it was like literally frame by frame.
Yeah.
Like it was more like a chess match than anything
Yeah,
else.
we had
at that point.
some weird lag with people in the U.S. and people in Canada, but if you'd go across either of the oceans, it'd be totally fine.
Yeah, it was just one of the weird things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we beat the crap out of each other for a while, and man, it's so much fun playing that game with someone that has played that game.
Hmm.
It's just I know it's a weird sentence, but there's I think there's a philosophy of playing Dead or Alive where you're counteracting what moves are being played.
Hmm.
Like it's the counter game, and I love the counter game.
Yeah.
And I kept catching them on the sweep up a lot, and I was like, you're gonna learn one thing from me is you're never gonna do that again,
Yeah.
because I will punish you every time you do it. Like
Yep.
there was a time where he caught me, knocked me down 4 times. He caught me low, medium, high, low. I'm like, I don't know how to mess you up now, because he kept catching me.
Yeah.
But it's just the sheer things that turn the tide in those fights. They're just so quick and just happen so randomly that you're never really out.
Well, and it's really nice to play that game. It's nice to play a DOA game with someone who's taken the time to learn the systems instead of just like, oh, LOL boobs and I can mash stuff. But somebody trying to learn the nuance and trying to learn the almost rock paper scissors of the DOA games and trying to learn the nuances that are there that I think a lot of people like to discredit it for, saying, oh, it's just pretty anime ladies kicking high. And it's like, well,
Not really.
On the surface level, yeah, it is, but when you really start digging into it, it's a surprisingly deep game. I mean, not as deep as something as like Virtua Fighter. I mean, that's let's not talk crazy, but
But that's the thing that just amazes me about DOA is that its move lists are, excuse me, are very simple, but it's infinitely deep with
yeah,
the throw system and counter system.
and chaining stuff together, and I mean, you can chain most stuff together if you get your timing down.
Oh, even yeah, especially that because that happened to me a few times with one of the new move sets they added into the game is a power strike system.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you're getting beat up and you're half your health bar will be flashing red, which means if you do a charge attack, which is your favorite move to get hit by,
Yeah,
oh,
aka the Bane.
you're gonna get punished by this thing so bad. I can't wait to fight you
Great. Looking forward to it.
because it does this thing where it does a little power up, and a little boof, like a power, and you release it, and if you hit them into this combo. You have your option to guide them into one of the dangerous things in the environment and bounce them off of it.
Yeah.
It looks so it slows down, changes the camera angle. It just looks so devastating when it happens. It's so much fun.
My
Just utter ridiculousness.
my most important question though is random still in there?
Yes.
So for anybody that's maybe newly listening, or if we haven't talked about fighting games versus fighting games in a while, I've written about this a lot before, and it's something that I feel is very important in fighting games, and as far as I know, it's only in a handful of them, is that when I pick random fighter, random stage, and so does my opponent, when I pick try again or rematch something like that at the end, I want to pick another random character and another random stage. Like I just want to keep rolling.
Going back to the lobby.
Yeah, because like
Or
I
the character
understand,
select.
I understand when you say rematch, I want to play the exact same thing over again, and that makes sense. But to me, there needs to be an option for a lot of fighting games, is especially for Knobs and I. We don't marry one character. We're not. Oh, I main this guy. You know, we like to sort of spread ourselves across all the characters and learn as much as we can about as many fighters as we can when we fall in love with a game. So, even Guilty Gear, as much as we love that game doesn't even do that. Every time you want to start a new match, you have to go pick random again. You have to pick random stage again, and just, I like when DOA lets us keep clipping. You know,
Yeah,
just roll the
because
dice.
that was part of the things when we were playing DOA 3 like a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
We would never go to the character select screen.
No, I mean
Even
once.
if we're playing, we had like what? It was me, you, and Rodney.
Yeah.
We
We
would
would
sit
go to
there
it
and we would go to it once, select it, and just keep rolling with it. And then every time it loaded up a new match, it was a surprise.
Well, that's
Wait,
my-
which side are you? Which side are you on? I don't. We got, and it's like you have that, like
You're
split
rolling the
second.
dice.
Like I don't know who I am at this point.
Well, it's always great because like that was one of my favorite things in DOA 3 and DOA 4 when we were playing it too is rolling the dice. Like it's loading. It doesn't have a character load screen like a lot of other fighting games do. So when the camera starts showing, you're like, oh man, it's got Genfu. I hope it's no crap.
Yeah.
He's Genfu and I'm Ayane. It's like great. This is gonna turn out terribly. So I miss that. I wish that was in a lot more fighting games. I've never quite understood why it isn't. Maybe it's a fighting game community philosophy of maining. You know, it's like, well, I main Guile, and I don't want to play as anybody else. You know, that sort of thing. But maybe
I don't know. I
just
like
play
seeing
fighting games
everything in
wrong.
the game.
Yeah,
I just like seeing like there are things, there are throws and stuff that we're like, dude, I can't believe I just saw that.
yeah. Like, well,
Like
who
that really
how'd you
just
do that?
happened.
Yeah.
Like when I was Mariposa and I went off the top rope on you on that
We're
one of
just
our
like,
pre-show
what?
videos.
Yeah.
But it's man, it's just it's such
it's
a
great
fun
that
game.
it's still DOA.
And the trainer, it still has the same thing where you sit there and you go through the entire move list
Yeah.
with each character.
I'm so glad that's still in there. That's invaluable.
Oh, dude.
Most fighting
Like
games
Rig,
miss
one
that.
of the new characters, Rig, actually forces you to learn how to roam and cancel.
Nice. Wow.
A couple of the characters do that.
Yeah.
Where you actually hold back a kick. Like I've never seen a trainer actually make you do that.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do too. I stopped. I'm like, all right, I'm going to another character. I can't. My brain cannot comprehend this right now.
Yeah. Oh man, so good.
Yeah, it's really good, but that's pretty much it. I love playing online. I mean, I love
So
that game
throw
so
knobs an
much.
invite if you got some DOA 5.
Yeah, DOA 5, shoot me an invite. And before 4 p.m. EST, 700 will be on too. So
Yeah. All right. I've been playing some more Persona 4 Golden. Finished the fourth dungeon, the Void Quest, which is probably my least favorite boss. Um, that was the first boss in this game that I had to level up a little bit for. Um, I'm really enjoying all of this stuff they added to this game. You know, grabbing your scooter and going to different places, going to Okina City and going to the
going to
beach.
Shibuya.
Yeah, streets of Shibuya. Um, and just all the little things they added, the new scenes, the new S-links, the new characters and everything. It's just all of it is really great, and all of it makes it, I think, overall a better game. Especially since there's more things you can do once you start maxing out S-links. Because in the latter half of the game, if you're really aggressive about S-links, the late half of that game can kind of be a little bit not boring, but a little bit sort of rote. You've kind of done everything you wanted to do in the game. So I feel like a lot of this stuff is really going to flesh out the entire experience from sort of soup to nuts. So fingers crossed. And the only other game I've been playing is I played about another hour of The Walking Dead, and made it about halfway through the first chapter of it. And holy poops, is this game awesome! I'm astounded now. I get why everybody's like, "Dude, you really need to play The Walking Dead," because, dude, I really needed to play The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I
Um,
picked it up on the disc release.
oh, nice. I don't feel like the 360 is probably the best way to play it. There's some hitchiness in it, and the controls are a little bit weird. But I don't think it's detrimental to the entire experience. And just the 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 swinging point to where I really loved it was you find yourself in like a general store or like some sort of uh, some sort of little general store in a town, and people are yelling at each other, and there's this really heated conversation going on, and you're supposed to pick these choices while these people are yelling at you. So the voice acting is great and the cadence of it is really great, but you're also trying to listen to what they're yelling about so you can respond to it, but you're trying to read your responses. You can't really make sense of anything that's going on, and it really feels like you're in a really heated argument throughout the entire thing, and it's just disorienting, and it's fascinating. And I voice acting is great across the board. The characters are really interesting. Story's going really interesting places, and I can't wait to get the time to keep playing through it, and I love it. It's fantastic. Um,
Yeah, it looks neat. I'm really looking forward to getting into it.
so before we move on to the next segment, Knobs and I were talking, and we shelved a conversation before we started recording, of we're talking about. So for anybody that's maybe just started listening or didn't know, we'll peel back the fourth wall here. This is our last proper episode of the year. What we do is we take 2 weeks off. We record our top 10 and our predictions episode early, so we did that last weekend. And then we just schedule it, and they come out normally. So we get 2 weeks to sort of recharge our batteries and kind of hopefully play more games, since we both have some time off from work. Fingers crossed. So what's on our pile? I mean, The Walking Dead, of course.
Oh yeah.
I know I've got Asura's Wrath. I want to kind of power through that at least once.
Yeah, I think you'll power through that one more than once, to be
Yeah,
honest with you, because
yeah.
I think you're really gonna love that game.
I hope so.
Um,
Oh, XCOM.
yeah, XCOM.
I'd like to
I'd
play
like to
that.
finish Dishonored. I like to button up the games I've started.
Yeah,
Like at this point, almost starting next year with like a fresh slate.
yeah. I could probably do with finishing up Forza Horizon. I think I only have a couple races in that, but that's not really important to finish it up.
Yeah.
Um, Persona 4 Golden, of course, but that's a pretty long game. So, God, what else? Oh, Syndicate. I'd at
Ooh,
least like to start Syndicate. I remember you saying the single player isn't very long, right?
no, single player, probably 2, 3 sittings.
Perfect. I'd love to power through that. And I think Batman Arkham City. I'd like to at least, start chewing through that. At least get a little bit of way through that. I think last time I played it, I was only like 2 or 3 hours through. So I think I'm just gonna start the whole thing back over and try and I loved Arkham Asylum, and this game seems great. So
I'm really surprised that one didn't suck you in. Like,
it
what
really
pulled you away? What game pulled you away from that?
I don't know. I'd be kind of curious. I was playing it and I really liked it, and I don't remember what happened that.
Is that when Faster and Light got a hold of you? Or Diablo?
Maybe it was Diablo. I don't remember. That game came out at a weird time. I feel like something giant
It came
took
out
my attention
early.
away. Yeah, I don't remember what it could have been then. Weird. Um, but other than that, I think those are my main ones, and then just trying to chew through a lot of other stuff that I have in my pile. Maybe play some more Mass Effect 1. Try and get through
Yes.
that with my girlfriend.
Because I think I was powering through Arkham City to get to Mass Effect 3.
Oh, maybe that
Or
was
it
it.
might have been Gear. Maybe we were in our Gears hole.
Or
I don't
maybe it was
remember.
Skyrim. Because I played Skyrim real early this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird. Played a lot of weird games this year. Um, but I think that's it for this segment, so let's take a break.
All right.
Ugh, God.
Yeah, I just find myself being so distracted with that stuff.
Well, my main problem is lately I haven't been able to find good times to really sit down and like put like 2 or 3 hours into a game, like in one sitting.
I think I don't know. Like the weird thing is like I've had so much free time. I just don't feel like it was weird because I mean before like it was like reward time. And
Yeah,
now I don't feel like it's reward time. Like it's like any time now.
yeah,
That where it's like, all right, I have this section of game and I can focus on playing games.
yeah,
Now, like I'll play a little bit, I'll get distracted, I'll start watching something, I'll start surfing on the internet, and I'm like, next thing you know, like the night's over. I'm like, well, time to go to bed, and I've accomplished nothing.
you play like half an hour or something. Yeah,
That nothing has really hooked me.
no,
Like
I
that
mean,
I had to play.
I think Darksiders 2 was the last one that really hooked me. And Persona 4 Golden now, but I've sort of already played that. But, like that was my thing with Darksiders 2, where it's like I have to get home and I have to do everything I need to do so I can play that for the rest of the night and stay up late.
Yeah, I think yeah, because once I got through it, like I really didn't feel the need to go through it again. But
No, I would have liked to for some of the other achievements. Like gone through with a walkthrough to get all of the stones and get all the pages and get all the, this and that and the other thing. But I didn't
you know,
feel.
the pages would have been good to get those little extra story bits.
Yeah, I just sort of didn't feel like I needed to right then, and I feel like if I didn't need to then, I'm probably not going to. Although, actually, I should pull that back off the shelf and do the DLC that's come out.
Oh my god, I totally forgot DLC came out for that.
Another one just came out like a week ago or so.
I might have to dust that off.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready for the next segment whenever you are.
All right. Yeah, catch that out. Live streamers getting some bonus content.
Ding ding.
How many people we got today?
Right now it says 3 viewers. Hi everyone.
Cool. All right. Oh, the neck. I hate my neck. It's so like knotty and stiff. Right.
Well, I don't think we really have any emails this week.
Holy shit, nothing's coming out.
No, not really. I mean, it's sort of just the end of the year. That's another reason why we take 2 weeks off. There's just nothing happening. Like, there's going to be no news stories, no releases. There aren't any releases scheduled for the next 2 weeks. At all.
Dude, oh, so how about that shooting?
I've heard a little bit about it. I've been too busy to really pay attention to the news.
Dude, good, because it's bad.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing where like it's just a little like I feel badly, but it's a little too brutal.
You
Like
know,
I almost don't want to know the specifics.
like the thing that's killing me, or not killing me, but how many times they're saying, well, this is like they keep repeating over and over again, this is not an act of terrorism. This is not an act of
Oh,
terrorism.
really?
Like we can't. No, it's not this. Not an act. It's like we can't link this to terrorism. Like, like why would you? It's
Yeah,
a
why would that
kid
even
that
be a
shot up a
thing?
fucking school.
Yeah, weird.
Ugh. But yeah, that seems to be like their main push point when it first broke.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
but
weird.
I'm sitting here waiting for it to like start blaming video games for it.
That's what I told my girlfriend as we were going to the party last night. Like, it's just any moment until they find that link.
Well, no, that's gonna fine. You're gonna make it. I mean,
That's true.
what kid isn't playing games now?
Yeah, what anybody isn't playing games.
But it's weird. I'm sitting here thinking about it. So I was talking about it with Meg the other night or last night, and we're like, it seems like every 2 years something like this happens.
Yeah,
And I wonder how consistent that has been since well, now that we're adults, we remember it more. But
yeah.
how often did that happen in like before media became huge?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Because for us was the first big thing I remember was Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
and we had that shooting here in Brunswick with that Jeremy Lincoln guy,
Mm.
where they drove a tank through the guy's house.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I think that was a local story. It wasn't a national
No.
story like it probably would have been.
Right.
Jesus.
Oh God, I feel like death. I'm too old for this. The problem was they kept refilling my wine glass when I wasn't looking. I just
Oh, dude, you got wine drunk?
I did.
Oh, you idiot.
I know. I didn't even think about it because I wasn't seeing them fill it up.
I see. That's why I don't drink wine. Were your teeth all gray by the end of the night?
No, I don't like drinking reds. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, but that and champagne sneaks up on me.
I don't like champagne at all, so I try not to drink it.
Like I have a glass of champagne at New Year's, and that's enough. Because I know if I drink it again, like the next glass, I'm just done.
Yeah. I couldn't hear what you said, honey. Okay.
What's up?
She said something from the other room. I couldn't hear
I hear.
her.
Hi, Meg.
All right, let's do this next segment so I can go to sleep.
Alrighty. All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases, downloadable games. Black Knight Sword for the XBLA and PSN is 800 points and $10 respectively.
I hear that that's a Oh hey, iTunes alert! Thank you for popping up in the middle of the live stream.
Hey, it wasn't me this time.
It was me. I hear
Congratulations.
that's the guy who made Oh God. Nope, lost it. Keep moving.
All right, great. All right, America Mensa Academy. What?
Yeah.
All right, that's for XBLA for 800 points. That's weird. Big Sky Infinity is PSN cross-buy for $10. Is that a Flight Sim game?
I didn't have time to look it up, unfortunately.
Let's just say it's Flight Sim game.
Sure.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is a PlayStation 2 classic for $15. If you think.
Also, Vice City came out on iOS lately for like $5, I think it is.
What a great price.
What's really weird is that you're playing, the game that pushed the PS2 to its limits on your phone.
Yeah.
God, that's so weird.
I know. Oh man, Snapdragon.
Yeah.
PlayStation Instant Game Collection, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and Rochard.
I think it's Rochard. I've heard a lot of good things about Rochard, and it's free. So,
Hey,
and Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition isn't bad. If you haven't played Street Fighter 4 before, I mean, free is the best price for the most complete edition of the game. So,
yeah, it is the most complete edition. I'm
give
not
it a
gonna argue,
shot.
because I got sucked into Super.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah.
All right, U.S. releases for the week of, well, there's nothing coming out.
Nope.
UK release for the week of December 14th, 2012, Metal Gear Solid 4, the 25th anniversary edition for the PlayStation 3.
So little did you know, we hit a time warp, and it's the 25th anniversary of Metal Gear Solid 4. For those of you that are curious, it's 25th anniversary of Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
This is actually so in the U.S. This it's my understanding this won't come out. This is basically the patched version of MGS4 that lets you install the whole game at one time and gives trophies. So a lot
So you already have it.
yeah. So I mean, in the U.S. we already have the patch. So if you're in the UK and you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 4 before, no better time than the present to play that insane, ridiculous game. All right, let's move on to news stories. Valve says yes, they are finally building a set-top box. No BS, no pulled punches anymore. They're coming out with a set-top box. Now that they're finished with Steam Big Picture, they're going to make a Steam-based hardware focused on the living room. I'm assuming it's going to be Linux-based. Probably a Linux-based Steam Big Picture thing. A lot like I'm figuring it's going to be a lot like those Chromebooks, where those Chromebooks just boot into Chrome and then that's all you got. I'm assuming this will be a Linux-based set-top box that just boots into Big Picture mode. Plug in a controller, you're good, and then start playing games. As for upgrades, it would be more like a console than a traditional PC. Gabe Newell says, quote, if you want more flexibility, you can always buy a more general-purpose PC. For people who want a more turnkey solution, that's what some people are really going to want in their living room. Nice thing about a PC is a lot of different people can try out different solutions, and customers can find the ones that work best for them, end quote. So I think that's really interesting. I think he's saying, like, hey, if you want to play PC games in your living room, here's a cheap set-top box that you're not going to worry about throwing RAM and a hard drive into, but maybe it's $200, that sort of thing. But you get a full PC that runs full PC games. And what sounds like it's going to be great is that he's saying to other PC manufacturers, make your own Steam box. We don't care. Maybe you'll do it better than we will. Awesome. Go for it. So hopefully they do this, because this sounds like it could kind of be a game changer for PC. Would you stop chewing on the cables? Could be a game changer for PC games, because there's always that BS line that people still hold on to, that like, oh, I don't have $1,500 and a master's degree in computer science to build a computer. It's like, you haven't needed that for 10 years. But now maybe this will shut some of those people up, where it's like, spend $200 to $400 on a set-top box, play some PC games. Yeah,
so, I mean, I think I was hoping that would be integrated within the next generation of consoles, but it's just another thing to plug in to my setup.
Yeah.
Which I think I would probably play more PC games if I could sit on my couch and play them.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
That's what I've been thinking about lately, because I have that Mac Mini hooked up to my TV, and it's great because we use XBMC, we use Netflix, and it's just, if you want to look at something on the internet real quick, just boom, do it on the big TV. And I haven't installed Steam on there yet because I'm running out of hard drive space. But that seems like an attractive proposition of just saying, now that a ton of games work on OS X, you want to play a PC game, that's great. Play it in 1080p on this thing that hooks right up to your sound system because it's just HDMI. Without having to have, a big full tower. And it's probably not going to run things the best, but you're playing PC games on your couch.
I mean, you imagine. I mean, I'd love to see Painkiller on my huge TV. I would love to see that.
I would love to see Far Cry 3 running on a PC 60 frames at 1080.
Oh,
and I think I think my PC here could do that. But I don't want to run an HDMI cable throughout my house, and I don't want this PC, even though it's pretty quiet, I don't have a lot of room in my TV room to have it sit there, whirring over in the corner hooked up to my TV. So maybe this thing meets a lot of needs.
Yeah.
And good. Have Valve try it out. They're usually fairly smart with the stuff they do. So maybe they'll start something new. Fingers crossed.
I think it's an interesting proposition. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's worth a shot. That's for sure.
Man, I would love to play a lot of those Steam games, like a lot of the shmups and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Red Nation Red.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how awesome would that be with a controller?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you play on a controller on this, but just on your TV.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to our last news story here. An Angry Birds movie incoming in 2016.
What? Why?
So what I think is really interesting is normally we wouldn't report on something like this because it's inherently not very interesting. But what I think is interesting is that Rovio seems to be playing the long game with Angry Birds. You know, like they came out with Angry Birds Star Wars. They just pushed an update to regular Angry Birds the other day. Came out version 3.0, and they added like 40 new levels and a new bird. So it's really interesting that they're playing the long game with a franchise that seemingly would have burnt out by now, but you know, they're coming out with a movie. They have that weird theme park over in China, I think it is.
Yeah, I think something like that.
The stuffed plushies for Angry Birds can't stay on shelves for more than 2 minutes. You know, it's crazy to hear. You know, it's like we've been talking about. I think we talked about it like last month or 2 months ago. That like it's as big as Mario and Sonic were. You know, they're selling dolls. They're making movies. I'm sure a TV show will be next. Who knows? You know, there's just so much stuff surrounding it that it's an immediately recognizable thing. So I'm sort of, it's interesting that Rovio is here to stay, it seems. You know,
it's such a simple little paper
small.
toss game.
Yeah.
They've built an empire.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of surprising. But it's a super quiet week in the industry, as it will be for the rest of the calendar year. So let's take a break. Kat, you are driving me insane. What is your problem? I'm cold too, but I'm not yowling about it.
So have you been playing with this app, Vigil?
No, I've heard of it.
Yeah. So now, like, I'm just like, I just set myself for my tablet to remind me when Bob's Burgers is on.
Nice. Oh, is it just for TV shows?
Yeah, you earn rewards on TV shows, and you earn points, and then you get rewards for your points. But here, listen to some of the point totals. So I signed up using my DirecTV as my keyword or whatever, since I have DirecTV.
Oh, yeah.
I just did it like a little bit ago because I was watching TV and the commercial was like, I'm sure I watched enough TV. I might as well earn something on it.
Yeah.
So you get rewards like Best Buy gift cards and
Oh, nice.
other things. Like, all right, say I want to win a Kindle Fire. Tell me it doesn't sound like arcade tickets. 375,000 points.
Amazing.
I get a Kindle Fire.
Great.
62,500 point tickets. I get a $25 gift card to Best Buy.
Wow.
Which is probably how my money's going to be spent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for 210,000 points. I can get an Apple TV.
Nice.
Or for 375,000, I can get an iPod Touch.
Wow. I mean, I guess if you could play the long game on that too.
Yeah, let's see how long this thing's going to be around.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I just got it. And guess what? It's worth nothing.
Cat, get off the fucking table. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Bump, 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 bump.
Now I'm up. Yeah, I'm still recording and you're on the table.
Don't claw me, you asshole.
Language.
What is wrong with you?
Shake her like a British nanny. Now I'm gonna get PETA calling me.
Just put her in a loaf of bread.
Well.
Be fine.
I mean, she wants to be picky and have food, yeah.
There, just Taylor Swift it.
There's something wrong with you.
Oh, Lloyd Johnson.
Alright, you ready for this
Lloyd Johnson.
last segment here.
Oh, boomer.
All right. Let's do this shiz. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about emails.
Emails.
Dave, aka RoboPig, writes in, "Hey guys, do you think there's any hope for the new Chris Roberts game reviving the seemingly dead space sim genre? I have fond memories of playing that as one of my first PC platform games. It even got me to purchase my first Sound Blaster card, the one with the analog volume knob on the back. Remember that one? Yeah, that was a hot card. I remember pretty much everybody back then when they got their first Sound Blaster card. It was just sort of like, my PC sounds okay, but everybody seems, I need a Sound Blaster for this game. And you're just like, oh my god, the sounds. There's so many sounds.
Yeah, I remember that. And then Turtle Beach jumping on the scene. Everyone had to have a Turtle Beach card.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple years where they're still around, if I remember correctly. Still
They make
headphones.
headsets now.
Yeah. Pretty good ones still, too.
Yeah.
Do I think that they will revive this Dead Space Sim genre? No. But I think the best thing about Kickstarter is that somebody can make a niche game for that audience and be funded primarily by that audience. So maybe only a couple thousand people want that game, but they'll fund it and they'll get it done and then they'll play it. And they don't have to, Chris Roberts doesn't have to go to a giant publisher and say, I want to make a space sim game, and then get the door slammed in his face.
Yeah.
The couple thousand people that want to play it, fund it, it comes out, they play it, and everybody's happy. And then hopefully Chris Roberts and his team sells more after the fact, but at least these backers will get them into the door. So I think it's only
they'll
great.
Get a bunch of nostalgia buys on that.
Oh yeah, and I think that's what some games have been doing. But the great thing about Kickstarter is to get those people into making the games that they loved making, and people buy niche games that they loved playing before. So I don't think it'll revitalize it, but hopefully people will get a chance to play some more games they love. Nothing wrong with that. Let's move on to tweets. Taojian Min writes in, is there a top 10 show planned this year? So looking forward to and want to share mine. This year was crazy.
Already in the can.
Already in the can. Already edited and ready to get scheduled. And yeah, this year was pretty crazy too. Top 10 list turned out pretty great. It turned out to be a really great episode. So it's one of my favorites of the year. Those two episodes, the top 10 and the predictions, are probably my two favorite episodes we do. It turned out really great. So highly recommend. But if I remember correctly, that's coming out next week, the 24th. Next.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Next tweet here from James. I recently watched Lethal Weapon on a whim, and that takes place on Christmas too. That's another good one. I forgot about that one.
I think they all take place around Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. I know that's not the same movie. Don't write in. Knives311 writes in, my pitch, Persona 5 Vita exclusive, has a mystery like in Persona 4, but the culprit changes on each playthrough.
Ooh.
I would buy that game. That would be awesome. It'd be like playing Japanese Clue. I just...
It said it'll be Colonel Miso. And Miss Wasabi.
Good one. I'm writing that one down. I think that would be great. I'm
Colonel Miso with the chopstick.
Somebody's gonna write in very upset. Now you're freaking out the dogs.
I know.
I don't think there's been a game that's done that. Has there? I mean, except for like a Clue game. I can't think of a game where maybe the ship Maybe that one counts, but I don't know if that's, the same thing. But that'd be awesome. I'd love the hell out of that. That'd be great.
That'd be fun.
Somebody make that.
Maybe if you didn't have to take 40 hours to get to that point, but
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like at most a 15 to 20 hour game if it's going to be an RPG. If not, then at most like a 5 to 10 hour game. Something that really encourages replayability.
right.
That's all the emails and tweets we have. It's a quiet week everywhere. If you want to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp.
Really?
Listen to some crazy dogs. Find us on Facebook. Watch the live stream on twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. We aren't live streaming the 2 episodes, the top 10 and the predictions, but I did do a recording of those, so those will go up on YouTube at some point. I think that's all for me.
All right, join the forums. Don't forget to mark yourself on the map on the off-topic thread. And thank you everybody for another great year.
Yep.
This was always fun. And join us
our
for
5th year.
Left 4 Dead still happening every Monday night, 10 p.m. EST.
And everything else you need is on the right-hand side of the page. We'll see you all next week.
Booyah.
All right, I have 3 titles.
Okay, hit me.
The Bane, which we're going to cross it out. We have better titles. Japanese Clue.
Japanese
Or
Clue.
Colonel Miso and Miss Wasabi. I almost think it has to be that last one.
I think so too. Anything from the live feed?
Yeah, anybody watching the live stream here got anything?
And me checking my phone doesn't count.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think that happened before we started recording too.
Yeah, maybe it did. Or maybe as soon as we live streamed. I don't know. Good question. Got nothing from the chat. Okay, well, let's go with that 3rd title here then. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 269 for December 17th, 2012. Colonel Miso and Miss Wasabi.
Odachi Short? What?
Enjoy, sir. All right, we are done, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you later.